Do you want to know how Google Analytics works? In this video, we're going to show you how to navigate through the different reports and explain what each of them means. And by the time we're done, Google Analytics won't be a mystery anymore. Welcome to Monster Insights, a better way to see your Google Analytics data, allowing you to focus on creating content that will help you grow your website and build your business. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when we post the next video showing you how to use the #1 Google Analytics plugin for WordPress. In simple words, Google Analytics is a free tracking tool that's offered by Google, and it shows you how visitors are using your site. So for instance, let's say you have an e-commerce store, and you want to know how many users are visiting your site. Now, with the help of Google Analytics, you can see exactly the number of visitors on your store, where they are coming from, which device they're using, and a whole lot more. Google Analytics offers information about your user behavior that's critical to your business. There are a lot of reasons why you should be using Google Analytics. For example, it will help you to measure your site's performance, see if your marketing efforts are working, which type of content to create or products to list on your site, divide your users into different segments like age, gender, country, and device, and it'll help you optimize your website to boost conversions. Using Google Analytics might look like a difficult task, but it really isn't. We'll guide you through every step. The first thing you'll need to do is create a Google Analytics account and add a tracking code to your site. You can follow our easy guide on setting up Google Analytics and how to add it to your WordPress site by following the link on your screen and in the description below. So, what is a tracking code? A tracking code is a code that Google Analytics uses to track your website's visitors and any action that they perform while they're on your site. It's made up of programming language called JavaScript, and it looks something like this. Now, you don't need to understand the contents of the code, but you might want to know how all of it works. So when a user visits your site, Google Analytics will drop a cookie in the user's browser. Cookies are just small files that contain information about the user's activities. Now, using those cookies, Google Analytics will know how a user behaves on your site and then collect this information to show you the different reports. Now, once you've created an account and added the tracking code, it's time to see what you can do with Google Analytics. As you start, you're going to arrive at the Google Analytics homepage, and it's going to give you a quick overview of how your site is performing. For instance, you'll be able to see users, how many visitors came to your website in the past 7 days, sessions, how many interactions a visitor makes with your website in a time frame, usually 30 minutes, like viewing a page, clicking a link, or purchasing a product. You'll be able to see bounce rate, how many visitors hit the back button or close your website without performing a single action. You'll also see session duration, how much average time a visitor is spending on your site, how many active users are currently on your site. Now, on the left-hand side panel, you'll see options to different reports. Now, each of these reports is going to tell you how users are interacting and behaving on your site. You'll see 5 reporting options in Google Analytics: real-time, audience, acquisition, behavior, conversions. Let's take a look at each of these reports, what they track, and how you can use them. All right, first, let's look at the real-time report. It shows you the number of users on your site right now. Now, this is where you go to see real-time activity. Under Overview, you can see the top active pages on your site, how many visitors are on these pages in real time, and the countries they're from. Real-time reports are great for measuring the performance of a recent campaign that you're running, like a sale, free giveaway, or promoting content on social media. The Overview report is going to show you all the important information, but you can use more options like traffic sources, content, event, and location to get even more details about real-time performance. All right, going down a little further, you're going to see the audience report. Now, the audience report in Google Analytics breaks down your website traffic. So if you want to know the age of your visitors or the device that they're using to view your site, you can head over to the audience section. As you can see in the left-hand side panel, there are even more reports under the audience report in Google. Now, most of these reports are easy to read, and you can use the data as per your needs. For instance, you can use the demographic reports to check the age and gender of your visitors. If you select the geo report, it's going to show you the countries that are driving the most traffic. Now, that way you can customize your products, create content, and optimize your landing pages for visitors from different regions. Another important report is the mobile report. Now, it's going to show you which device your visitors are using to view your site. For instance, if more visitors are coming from mobile devices than desktop, that means that you need to make sure that your website is optimized for mobile and it's mobile responsive. All right, let's go down a little further. The acquisition report. Now, as you're getting started with Google Analytics, acquisition reports are extremely useful. It'll tell you how the traffic is reaching your site. Google Analytics is going to divide your web traffic into 4 categories. Organic search. Now, that's the traffic that's coming from search engines like Google and Bing. Direct. Now, this is traffic that arrives when someone types in your website's URL or opens your website from a bookmark, or when Google can't recognize a traffic source. Referral. Now, that's a traffic that comes from any source other than search engines, such as a link on another website or a YouTube video. And then finally, social. This is a traffic that's going to arrive from social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. If you want even more detail, you can dig deep into acquisition reports to find traffic sources. For instance, if you want to know which search engine is bringing in the most organic traffic, you can select acquisition, then go to traffic, and then source medium, and it's going to show you exactly how many visitors are coming from which search engine. In the same way, you can use referrals to find out which referral sources are bringing in a lot of traffic to your site. So as you can see, using acquisition reports, you can find traffic sources for your site and create different segments. Now, with that information, you'll know where to invest your time and your money. So, for instance, if you're lacking organic traffic, that means that you need to focus more on search engine optimization activity. You can even integrate your Search Console and Google Ads account with Google Analytics. Now, both reports will be found under the acquisition section. Going down a little further, we'll see the behavior report. Now, when it comes to finding out what your visitors are actually doing on your site, you need to look at the behavior report in Google Analytics. Now, in its overview, it's going to show you a quick snapshot of your visitors' behavior. Page views, the total number of pages that are being viewed by your visitors. Unique page views, when an individual user has viewed a certain page at least once on your site. Average time on page, that's the average amount of time a visitor spends viewing a web page on your site. Bounce rate, the percentage of visitors that only view a single page and leave without interacting with it. And then finally, percentage exit, and that's going to show you how often visitors exit your website's page or set of pages. Now, besides these metrics, you can also see the top performing pages on your site. So you can go a step further and find out your users' behavior by looking at the behavior flow report. Now, that's going to give you the complete picture of your visitor's journey. So you can see the page from where your visitors enter your site and where he or she exits the site. Now, next, you can view the site content report to see how different content types and pages are performing. And there are more reports under this section. Let's say you want to see how many visitors behave with your top pages. Then you can view the All Pages report. Now, using the landing page report, you can see which landing pages are performing better than others. It shows you how much traffic a landing page is driving, how much time visitors are spending on a page, and conversion rates of the landing page. Now, the exit page report allows you to see the page from which visitors exit the most. You might also want to check out the events report. Now, that report is for tracking button clicks, external links, videos, and other user interactions. This is going to give you information to optimize for clicks and downloads. All right, finally, we're at the last report that's offered by Google Analytics, and that's conversions. As the name suggests, it tells you how your website's conversion rate is performing. Now, what is conversion rate? Conversion rate is simply any activity completed by a visitor. It can be downloading a video, buying a product, or subscribing to your newsletter to grow your email list. Now, as a beginner, we're going to keep this section short because it requires advanced setups like creating a goal in Google Analytics or setting up e-commerce tracking. But to understand how Google Analytics works, we'll need to give you an overview of two reports that might be useful, and that's goals and e-commerce. Under goals, you can go to overview and then see the total goal completions on your site. It'll show you the location where these goals are completed the most. And if you're running an online store, then the e-commerce section is important as well. It's going to show you individual product performance, sales performance, order size, and time of purchase. All these metrics are going to help you improve your online store and boost your conversions. Now, since conversion reports require an additional setup, there's an easier way, and that's using a WordPress plugin called MonsterInsights, and you can track your store's performance without any manual setup. Now, if you don't use a plugin, you're going to have to add the code to your site manually. MonsterInsights makes setup easy and allows you to take full advantage of Google's powerful features. You can connect your WordPress site with Google Analytics with just a few clicks using the built-in setup wizard, and you won't have to touch a line of code. Now, if you'd like to give MonsterInsights a test drive, there's a free light version available with limited features in the WordPress repository. However, if you'd like to take advantage of all the plugin's powerful features and have access to our great support team, then you'll need to have a Plus license or above. Now, if you don't already have a license, just head over to monsterinsights.com/YTVIP, where we've created a special deal for our YouTube viewers. Then, once you've made your purchase, you can download and install the plugin on your site and connect it to Google Analytics. If you'd like a step-by-step guide on setting everything up correctly, Just see the link on your screen or in the description below. Now, once you've installed the plugin and connected it to your Google Analytics account, after a few hours, Google will begin gathering information about your site, like the number of sessions, page views, bounce rate, and average session duration, and more. You can also see quick reports like top posts and pages, new versus returning visitors, and a breakdown about the devices that are being used by your visitors. Now, for even more detailed reports, just head over to your admin sidebar and hover your mouse over Insights and then click Reports. There you'll see different types of reports. So let's look at each one of these and what benefits that they'll provide. The Monster Insights Overview Report allows you to see how your website's performing at a glance, giving you a more in-depth picture of the reports that you could see on your dashboard when you first logged in. Now, these reports will provide you with key information that will help you to make better decisions to boost your website's growth. For instance, you'll find the number of sessions and page views and how much time that people spend on your site. And it will even show you the country where your visitors are located, and it lets you see which websites are sending you the most traffic. Plus, it will show you page views, sessions, average session duration, bounce rates, and you can see how many new and returning visitors came to your site and the type of devices that they're using. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom of the report, you'll see your top pages and posts. Now, using that report, you can find out which landing page or blog post is performing the best on your site. All right, now by clicking on the Publishers tab at the top of the page, you'll find even more details about the content that's getting the most visits, along with their average duration and bounce rate. And you'll see the top exit pages on your site. With the Monster Insights Outbound Link Tracking Report, you'll see exactly where you're sending users, giving you information about possible partnership opportunities. And you can use the top affiliate links report to see where your best performing affiliates are. And that's not all. There are even more reports under the Publishers tab as well. For instance, you can use the top download links report to see which of your ebooks or videos are getting the most downloads. Plus, you'll see the age and gender of your visitors and their interests, allowing you to focus on providing exactly the right type of content. Now, if you've connected your site to Google Search Console, you can use Monster Insights to see the top 50 search terms your site is ranking for on Google. And you'll see the number of clicks and impressions they've received, their click-through rate, and their average position on Google. Now, this will allow you to optimize your SEO efforts and improve your site's rankings. Now, if you have an e-commerce store, the Monster Insights Enhanced E-commerce add-on allows you to view your site's performance with a single click. Just keep in mind that you'll need Monster Insights Pro to be able to use that add-on. Now, the e-commerce report lets you see which of your products are performing the best on your site, and you'll see conversion rates, transactions, revenue, and the average value of your customers' orders. Scroll down just a little and you'll see the top websites that are bringing in the most revenue. At the bottom of the report, you'll see data about your visitors' shopping behavior, like total add to carts and remove from cart, along with the time and session purchase data. Now, if you're wanting to dig deeper and get even more useful insight, you can track customer dimensions using the Monster Insights Dimensions report. Using custom dimensions, you can track your most popular authors, blog categories, tags, and much more. Now, another amazing add-on offered by Monster Insights is the Form Tracking Report that's available in our Pro plan. With form tracking, you'll see how well different forms are performing on your WordPress site, along with the number of impressions, conversions, and conversion rates for each of your forms. That way you can optimize the forms that aren't doing so well. Now, last but certainly not least is the Monster Insights Real-Time Report, showing you how many active users are on your site at that very moment. You'll see the page views per minute, the top pages being viewed, the top referral sources sending visitors to your site, along with information about the country and city they're in real time. Now, that's it. So we hope that this video has helped you to see how easy it is to view your analytics data right on your site using Monster Insights. Now check out the special offer for our YouTube viewers and join over 2 million professionals using Monster Insights to grow their business with confidence. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when we post the next video. In the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more free tips, tricks, and tutorials for using Monster Insights in WordPress.